Hey y'all, it's me, Ebony. I'm back with another video. It's been so long since I've seen you guys and since I've been on here, but I'm here, I'm back, y'all. I had to take a break because one, the spiritual warfare was heavy and I just felt like I needed to step away from YouTube, step away from a lot of things and get closer to God to hear more clear. Because, I'm not sure about y'all, but for me, when I used to scroll always on YouTube, I would start to believe and start to think, oh, this is how I should be on my YouTube channel. Like, I forgot about being my authentic self, showing up how I show up when I'm talking to people in real life, and it just had a toll on me. And then the second part was just like my YouTube video felt like the whole channel felt like therapy. I cannot go back and look at my old videos because, of course, I've grown and I've changed a lot since those times, since I made my early YouTube videos. But it was just a lot of pruning, a lot of growing, and a lot of fire that I was getting put through to get back on my posts, right? So that's pretty much where I've been gone. Why I've been gone is because I was getting closer to Christ and changing my mind, renewing my mind. And when God says that he's doing a new thing and he's renewing your mind, that you can't put old wineskins into new wineskins or something like that. I may put the scripture somewhere right here, but it's in Matthew. And what that means is that when God leads you into a new thing, you can't go in that new thing with old mindset. The old mindset you used to have, the old ways of thinking that you used to have, even if there was doubt or confusion or depression, you cannot think or have those thoughts overpower you in this new thing. You have to walk into that new thing knowing that God is with you and being okay if you have to make mistakes, because you have to know that those mistakes is to make you better. Those mistakes is there so you won't mess up when the real thing is here. And that's with anything that you're going through in your life, okay? If it resonates, put it into that area of your life that you're going through. God says to renew your mind and your thinking, okay? You cannot walk into something new, but with the old mindsets, you're just gonna mess it up. So, that's what it was for me. Like, when I was doing my YouTube channel, it's like, okay, I wanna do something new. I wanna get out of the old ways of my thinking and walk into this new thing, but I still had old thoughts about myself and how I was showing up. And I began to feel like this was miserable to do, to come on here and talk. And I just didn't like doing it because, one, my mindset wasn't where it needed to be. My mindset should have been, I'm helping people, humbly speaking, God is helping me to help others. But at that time, in my mind, it was like, oh, I shouldn't have said this, or I should have said this better, or oh, I got all this acne, and oh, I can't do this, or oh, I have anxiety when I first pick up the camera and I don't understand why I have anxiety. Like, it was just so much that was going on, and I really had to stop looking at other people's stuff, stop comparing my stuff to other people's stuff, stop looking at the likes, comments, and subscriptions. It's so funny how God gave me this prophetic word it was like a dream that he gave me. And it was basically me seeing Country Wayne, how he was on YouTube and he was doing his thing. He had no likes or no comments or no subscribers, nothing. It just said 10 views. And I knew God was basically telling me that if you're focusing on views and not focusing on purpose, it's going to lead you into destruction. And it's so crazy because back then I wasn't really focusing on views or comments when he gave me that dream. So that just to tell you that God would speak to you about something in future times, even though you may not know when this thing may happen, but God is preparing you, and he was preparing me up until now so I can speak to whomever that may needs to hear it. I'm a strong believer to know that I'm not the only person that's going through something with this issue that was in myself. I know that somebody else is going through it too, even if it may not be the same thing, but it's the same context, So yeah, y'all, I really just had to get myself back in the groove and find my groove and not be so, stop overthinking stuff. Just come on here and just start talking. Be okay if my words stumble, or be okay if I say a sentence that didn't just make sense to me, but it could have made sense to somebody else. Just that overthinking stuff. and not being afraid of posting. Because one thing I've learned, like if you are nervous to post something because you've never done it before, or do something because you've never done it before, and your nerves start to tense up, or you may have like a thought that comes into your mind that make you be like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Like, oh, and you just start to like overthink that thought over again. In order for you to break that, you have to walk in it, and you got to keep doing that thing that makes them thoughts come up like that, or make that anxiety come up like that. You got to keep doing it, because that's how you break through it, because that's nothing but the enemy trying to stop you from doing what God told you to do. And you know that God told you to do it. You just never done it before, and you're in your old mindset of saying, oh, I can't do this. No, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Even though you feel that way, the more you do it, you no longer feel that way. You know, because you only hold yourself back when you feel like, oh, I get this feeling I can't do it, so I'm not going to do it because I don't like how I feel when I do it afterwards. And I'm talking about things that you know that God said that you can do, okay? It's like a conviction in your heart that you know that you can't quit it. You got to keep going, okay? So yeah, that's just pay attention to context, okay? But yeah, that's the context I'm saying. Like, don't quit because of anxiety. Don't quit because of what other people are going through. Just because they go through that in their journey don't mean that you're going to go through that, okay? Just because it didn't work out in their journey doesn't mean that it's not going to work out in your journey, because God may not have called them to that in that season, but he called you. So focus on God, and that's what I had to do. Just focus on God, focus on his word and what he said I could do, and I'm going to do it, okay? Even if it don't make sense in my mind, okay? Because God will correct things. He will put you through tests and trials just so you can learn things, or he'll put you through tests and trials to prepare yourself. So you're preparing yourself, you're learning things. Now you can take what you learn to the new level, and also you will know God's track record, because God will put you through something and you would know, okay, in the beginning of this, I didn't really trust God to do this thing for me. I didn't really have that much faith to do this thing, but I had faith as small as a mustard seed. I knew that it could happen, but I didn't know that it was going to happen for real. So now that you're in this trial that God's put you through, and you say, okay, God, got faith as a mustard seed, even though I'm scared to trust you in this because I never did it before, even though I feel scared to do this because I have this feeling of anxiety, I'm still going to walk in it. And then once you walk in it, you're able to look back at what God brought you through into the new season that you're in. So you already know, okay, I felt this way last time. God brought me through it. Now I'm in a new season of my life, and I feel this way, but not as much, because I already know that I have proof of what God had done for me already. So now I can walk into this new thing, knowing that God got my back like he had my back last time. That's your track record, okay? And sorry, y'all, my phone storage had filled up, but I'm back, okay? So with that being said, this is how God builds your track record. When you build a relationship with him, you trust him, he's going to do what he said he's going to do. He's not going to leave you nor forsake you. If he brought you through it, if he brought you to it, he's going to bring you through it, okay? Yeah, because I have my whole journey in my YouTube channel. Like, I had a lot of trauma, a lot of bondage when I first started my YouTube channel some years ago, and it literally was a process to get me to this place right now that I'm in. And it was so much stuff that I did not know. And when I got on my YouTube channel, I was just like, oh, this is so tough to do, because I struggle in areas, but I'm supposed to show up and teach people. And I'm like, I'm gonna teach people, and I got issues, you know. But that was part of the process. Things that I went through, I was able to get on here to share God's glory, to tell you guys what he done for me. And if he done it for me, he gonna do it for you, because at the end of the day, we bleed the same blood. I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to betray myself to be perfect just because I believe in Christ. I still make mistakes. The only person that was perfect is Jesus Christ, okay? So yes, I still fall short at times, and I have to get back up. A righteous man may fall multiple times, but he will get back up multiple times, okay? Not keep making the same mistake, because that conviction in your heart will get stronger to the point where you don't want to do it anymore, and you will find ways to not keep making that same mistake, because you keep doing something over again thinking it's going to get you a new outcome. It's really insanity, because you're not getting a new outcome. It's the same thing, okay? But I'm sorry, y'all, for me talking so fast. I just don't want my storage to die on me again. But with this new YouTube channel, not say new YouTube channel, but with this new chapter in my YouTube channel, I don't really want to talk about what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. And yeah, y'all, I appreciate the ones who stayed with me on this journey. Like, you've seen the different phases, you've seen it all. Yeah, it was so much. Oh yeah, another thing before I go, I wanted to talk to you guys also about God would literally send people in front of you, like ahead of you. He would send people ahead of you to teach you things that they've been through, you know, especially if it resonates. That's your tribe. And when you got your tribe, that's like the best thing ever, because they are the ones, like, even if it was your parents, or even if you didn't have the best role models, or even if you did have the best role models, they're still your leader. Those people that you look up to, whether you can pick out things that they did that was good and you could put it onto your children, or even if it's things that they didn't do that was good, but you know what you're not going to do, it's still your tribe. You still know what is right to do and what's not right to do. So like, God will like literally send people, even as your friends, relationships, partnerships, business, career, whatever it is, whatever situation you're in, make sure you are taking out the good of those things, not just looking at the bad or complaining, but taking out the good things of it. Like, for instance, when what I want to share with y'all. Okay, like, for instance, when I was in like a photography studio, okay, it wasn't the best environment, but in that season of my life, I was learning how to do things that I need to do for the season I'm in now, as far as lighting, as far as shooting, as far as photography work, the things that I need to know, how to set up things. I was able to record things, because, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna be here forever, so let me go ahead and record and take pictures of these things, because I know in the future I'm gonna need it later. So when you're in a situation where you know you're not gonna be there for a long time, just take what you need to learn, and so that you can apply it to the new thing or the next thing that God has for you. Okay. And let me see, y'all, what else I wanted to talk about. Like, I want y'all to just stay strong. Like, don't give up, and stay being who you truly are, being true to yourself, because that's something I had to learn, just being true to myself and not look to my left nor to my right, because it's so easy to do that with social media nowadays. Like, if none of us had social media, it would be like a no-brainer, because of course you're gonna be yourself, because you're facing someone in your reality. Like, this is your reality. Of course you're gonna be yourself. But for some reason, for me, when I'm on camera, I feel like I have to be a certain way at that time in my life. But God had to deliver me from that, and just like be okay with being me on camera, because at the end of the day, when I'm in person with y'all, or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna always be me. It shouldn't be no separation in that. Okay. But yeah, guys, I just want to just time in on here with y'all before my storage run out. I got to figure out what I can use so my storage won't run out so quick, because it just run out quick now. But yeah, I just wanted to chime in, whatever. And I will see you guys next time in my next YouTube video. See you then. I thank y'all for supporting me and not leaving me. Okay, I appreciate y'all. And until next time, I see you then.